Hello, second episode. Thanks for tuning in. First one, got it started. Woo! Pretty positive with that. Didn't think we would get it started. There's a lot of damage, so stripped it down, found out what we needed to get. I've ordered a load of parts, so this episode we'll be fitting those parts basically, but it's mostly mounts. There's a charge part that was broken in the impact where the engine got pushed back, ECU box just behind me, and maybe the inner front wing as well, because I think that was bent, it was bent in from the impact, so I don't think I'll get the ECU box on with the old inner front wing there, so I think I've got to change that, get the box on, and then I've got a new rad pack and crash bar as well, so hopefully get that on in this episode. As I say, we got it running literally for seconds in first episode, and then I found out there was a damaged fuel connector that went onto the fuel filter, so when the pressure was going through the system it was just blowing it off, and then obviously there's no fuel going through, so then it conked out, but got that repaired. Now it's running fully, and hopefully I'll be able to run it up to temperature once all the radiators are on. So yeah, let's get on to it. Right, we've got a few components here that we need to fit in and around the engine bay. We've got two engine mounts. We've got one engine mount there and one engine mount there. Got a side mount and one at the front. Charge tube, broken one and a good one. Gearbox mount, broken one, good one. ABS plug and ECU and a fuse box. So the engine mount here, that's the one that I've just got to put on. It replaces this one here. See that's broke there. So when the engine took the force of the impact, it's push the engine back, and basically what it does is, like, these are designed to just take the impact and they brake instead of the engine. So we'll get that one fitted. This one's also got a crack in it. That fits the side, and then this one fits on top into those holes like that. That's those. And then we've got the front mount here. That goes on here. You can't see it, but there's a crack down the back of it there, so we need to change that one as well. And then we've got these charge tubes. This is the old one, the broken one. As you can see, that's no good now, not fit for purpose. So the charge tube, basically when you've got air coming out of the engine, it exhausts air out the engine, and instead of wasting it, it's re-diverted back through this charge tube, so through here, and then it goes up to the intercooler. So if I just turn this on, bear with me a second, there you go, we just look in there, that is where the charge tube fits onto, so that comes out the engine, it goes through that tube into this rubber pipe here, under here, if you can see with my finger, into that rubber pipe there, goes into the intercooler, through the intercooler, and then comes into this chamber here. That's where the fuel injection comes into there. That's fuel's injected into there, mixes with the air, and then goes through the throttle body and into the engine, and that produces power. So that's the charge tube, that's the front mount. This is the broken gearbox mount, and that's a new one, and that just mounts inside down, it just mounts down there, goes obviously onto the side of the gearbox. This ABS plug here is located behind the fuel filter, just behind here. Again, when the impact happened, pushed everything back, smashed that to pieces. The actual plug, well, the plug's smashed, but the actual connectors are fine. But because you can't pull this over and click it and lock it shut, you'll always have a fault code. So I need to replace that. So I need to rewire that. But I think the biggest job we're going to have is sorting out all of this. So again, that's got smashed to pieces. This box would have been in here, and you've sort of got half of this box left now. See where that heat shield is? That's that bit there, and you've got, basically, you can see it's sort of smashed inside. You see, like, you've got the base of it. These bungs here, they sit into these cutouts here on this box. So I need to remove what's left of the old one, get the base of the new one in, and then get the lid on and get the fuses located into that as well. So I think that's going to be the main job. But this is the first phase. Then after that, we've got crash bar and rad pack to go on, and we've got the front cowling to go on as well, which connects the all the headlights get fixed to, and the bonnet latch gets fixed to, etc. So this is the first lot. Get this on and then see where we're at. Okay, let's do it. Charge tube. Charge tube. The old charge tube. Two bolts done. So here's the old engine mount on the driver's side. There's the old one. Smash there. Smash there. So you get these two long bolts here. They go through here, go straight into the engine. This long bolt through here goes into the engine. So you can see that one there from the impact, that's completely bent. It took me ages to get that out. So I'm gonna have to get a new one of these because that's completely bent. Won't be able to use that on a new one. And then that bit mounts on top like that, and you've got 3 bolts there. 1, 2, 3. That one has an earth as well. So yeah, that's the old one off. Time to get a new one on. Right, so this engine mount is a bit of a nightmare. Obviously, because it's broke, the whole engine's gone backwards. When I took the broken one off, obviously the engine was moved, so I've had to. I just wanted to just show you what we're doing here to get it back on. Every single bolt, 1, 2, 1 behind there, 1 behind there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Every single bolt's on like minimum thread. Because of this airbox here, I've had to put this spanner on there ready to go. So that's so I can tighten that up, because I can't get anything else in there. Everything's on minimal thread, so I'm just going to do every one up slightly, gently. Hopefully it just pulls the engine back in place, because it was about 2 inches off when I bolted this bush down, and I put that engine mount on. Between there and here is about 2 inches off, so we're all threaded on now. So let's just see, hopefully it goes on. So just want to show you what we've done here with these engine mounts. So you know, I was saying earlier, when I tried to bolt this mount together from on the bush, it was about 2 inches off the side of this engine block. So I put everything on a very small thread, and I just went round each bolt, just rotating just to try and pull it in and just tighten each bolt up. So we've pulled that in, that's nice. And now that's been changed, this side one here, just that connects to it, that fits in the side of the engine. That's been changed. They were both broken. This front one here's been changed. That was fine, but we changed this back part here because that had a crack around the back. Similar thing. That was pulling to one side, so we just had to tighten each bolt. Just pull it around. So we've changed that, and then the one underneath that connects. Actually, I'll get a light. One sec. The one underneath that connects to the gearbox. Same thing, that was way off, so I had to connect that at the top and then just gently each bolt all the way around. Now if I get inside here, you're eagle-eyed, you'll be able to see that part of this gearbox casing is damaged. Under here. Now that's damaged here in the impact, broken off. So even though that's on and we've got that mount on now, I need to get that repaired under there, get that recast around that bolt, so that's nice and strong. But good news. Right, so we've got a bit of drama here. I'm trying to take all this stuff out so I can get that new box in, but once I took it out, you can see here this whole frame, this whole inner wing here is just bent in, and it's all creased up here, there. That's supposed to be straight, so the new box just won't fit in. So the actual bulkhead, the firewall, that's alright, so that's bonded up to there and spot welded, so that's okay. So I'm going to need to take this out, all under here, take that out up there, take this inner wing out as well, and take it out under here, and it's bonded up to here, so that's bonded like that. So that's going to need to take that out now, take that bonnet hinge off as well, and then we'll have to get a new one of them before we fit the box, but it's all good fun, isn't it? So that's the end of the second part. All the mounts are done now. No cracks, that's good. So we've got a secure engine, secure gearbox, well, sort of a secure gearbox once that casting gets repaired. And then in the next video we'll be looking to go through all the wiring, all the sexy stuff. Get through that wiring, get all that wiring repaired, and then we can then look to get all the cooling system on. I know I said we'd try and get it on this video, but we just didn't get around to it. So it's a process. You got to do that. Got to do the process right. Well, at least try and do it right, the way you think it needs to be done. And the mounts needed doing first. So mounts are on. Next video, let's get those connectors done. Adios. Oh, I wish those kids would shut up.